Ladies and gentlemen, FIGHTSTAR Championship in proud association with 𝗙𝗚𝗚𝗏 brings you three-minute rounds in the amateur flyweight division. Once again, let's welcome to the blue corner with a record of 1-2-0, training out of Reed MMA Gym from England, is 𝗙𝗛𝗚𝗏𝗏 Pollet. And his opponent this evening in the red corner, also with a record of 1-2-0, representing Diesel Gym in London from England, is Musharraf Siddeek. Your referee in charge when the bell rings, 𝗙𝗛𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
Siddeek in the purple shorts. We have Pollet in the blue corner in the black shorts here tonight. Third fight of the night at FSC32, live here from the Indigo, the O2. Getting things started here. We talked about the fakes coming out from Pollet, from both men really, but we'll see who level changes first, and already the calf kicks are coming out. So jabs, trying to find the timing of each guy, read the distance, how far each guy's got to step in. No commitments yet though.
Both guys fainting at the hips.
Very tactical battle for both guys who only have 3 fights worth of amateur experience, but they're already this composed in there. Flicks up the high kick, no real follow through on it. Again, probably testing the range, a stiff jab to the body as that left hook came around the side there from Siddeek. Focus in the eyes of both men. Lots of lead hand fakes here, really trying to disguise what's coming.
Yeah, Siddeek going heavy on that twitch.
Nice.
With that lead leg. It looks like he's going to go with a high kick.
Like the sound of that. Runs forward with the switch to the body. Just floats it out there as this long jab from Pollet's starting to get a little closer. Flicks the outside calf kick. Just touching. Fakes it, shows it there. There's the level change fakes there from Pollet as well. Siddeek circling a little bit towards his left-hand side into that right hand, but keeps that left high guard arm there, and now some nice lateral movement.
Both guys have that wide karate-based stance, which opens you up for that inside leg kick.
Nice lead hook to Seek, and then the right hand came behind it by Pollet, but left hand was up again for Siddeek. Doing a lot of lateral movement now on the outside of that warning track, now retaking the center a little bit, brings the leg high for the guard check as Pollet goes over the top and on the outside. Definitely the more aggressive fighter so far is Pollet. Siddeek seems to be waiting for his moments of opportunity. You wonder if both guys are just not wanting to commit, or both guys are that good defensively.
Pollet's corner's calling for him not to overcommit on the punches or the kicks.
Lots of level changes from Pollet. Checks that one. He's inching closer. There's the right hand over the top, but Siddeek slides out back to the center. Now moving the head just a little bit more. There's an outside calf kick. That one picked the leg up off it, but very technical bout.
Siddeek's attempting to try to give him multiple looks to set up either that right hand or set up that kick, but Pollett's not biting on it.
Still bouncing the long right hand there, just whiffing for Siddeek. That long two gets in there, and a couple of combinations against the fence there, chucking him through. A slip off the back from Siddeek as Pollet tries to take on top position. He rolls through, now going to chase a single leg instead, but only 10 seconds left in the round here, and there we will finish with a mad scramble at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Pollet, as soon as he heard the click for 10 seconds, stepped forward, started throwing the punches, and the thing was they were landing, so it was successful. The big thing is whether or not he can actually do that in the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Right.
He's got to pull that trigger, and if I'm in his corner, I'm telling him, look, we had success when you pulled that trigger.
Let's see that right hand here. Covers that one. This is highlights from earlier on in the round, and we did talk about that sort of high left guard as he was circling into it, but you can tell when Pollet was just inching a little closer, checks and uses that space to come forward, launches that right hand. That one misses though, that's the one he sidestepped. But I think it is that long right, which we don't see, but he did rock him with that with a flurry against the fence. So, and I was going to ask you, Nick, no, Pollet maybe he is being more tentative than usual, but he is also coming off 2 losses. So do you think that's playing in at all to the psychology?
I mean, when you're a young fighter, hopefully your coaches are telling you, hey, it's amateur. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't really matter. So use it as a learning experience. So pulling the trigger is something that you just need to kind of get in the back of your mind that you need to do, especially with 3 minutes, because 3 minutes is an extraordinarily short amount of time.
Yeah. Here we go, though, for round 2. Pollet back on the pressure outside of that inner octagon shape right there for Siddeek. Trying to stay lateral. The long kicks from Pollet not really reaching the target, but again, as we said, he's not really committing and putting himself in the danger zone. Poking from the outside until he can find a shot that lands. Siddeek moving forward just for a second there, though. The left hook comes firing through from Pollet.
Pollet's looking...
Nice. Good sprawl, though, and lands on top.
Good takedown defense by Pollet. Siddeek in deep on that single.
Manages to finish, now switches to the double as Pollet's hips are so active off the bottom. Got the hands locked. Pollet needs to really sit up into him right here, Nick, right?
Pollet's doing the right thing, though. He's got that hand pushing off the head, not allowing Siddeek to climb that ladder, and he's continuing to try to get his hips back underneath him.
Ooh, as long as he can get the legs free, he should be able to return. The knees now walking to the cage.
And he's doing the smart thing, going right to the cage to stand up.
Yep.
Use that. There's nothing that's stopping him from standing up right now.
Yeah, the body lock is on, though, as we can see. So we'll see if Siddeek returns him. Trying to get that outside trip as well now. Pollet doing a good job with his balance, reaching over to maybe threaten that Kimura, give him an option.
I mean, he could hit that inside switch. The arm is there. Siddeek's trying to step over that leg. But he's doing a good job turning back in. Pollet was smart. He controlled Siddeek's head. Where the head goes, the body follows. Realized as soon as he got to the cage, I got to get back to my feet because that's where I'm more effective, and he did it.
Yeah, based out well, did Pollet. Went through the steps and breaks from the fence. Now a nice long teep to the body there. One snuck under the elbows, landed. Outside calf kick. Pollet now throwing a little harder, it seems like, but Siddeek's pushing forward a little bit.
Yeah, this is the first time that, you know, Siddeek's got that forward motion as he's throwing the punches and kicks, but Pollet's right back, taking that center of the cage again and looking to move forward.
Pollet's still thinking about that right hand there and the left hook that has been sending all night. If you look at what Siddeek's doing on the feet, though, it's hard to pick out a certain shot that has been effective for him. He's been moving well, but Pollet's not been landing very clean. There's a left hook that kind of lands here, but these are just out of range. Back on that lateral movement, manages to stay out of it as he's darting away from Pollet now, who's staying heavy on this pressure. Uppercut, lead hook, right hand, all of it, though, kind of gets crowded into that clinch.
But again, Pollet's looking for Siddeek's shot now. That's why he started throwing that uppercut.
Yeah, and you can see he's keeping those hands a little lower as well, Pollet, but the clapper's gone off as he tries to flurry a little more against the fence, but again, solid pressure from Pollet throughout that round.
Yeah, a lot of what Siddeek's doing is that counter fighting, looking for Pollet to come in and overcommit, and Pollet hasn't overcommit. Again, we're in on this nice tight single, lifted it up, transition to 2, but this is the spot. Pollet reaches down, and there is a handle on the back of the human head that was designed for wrestling. It is how you stop a takedown.
It was great work, yeah, Pollet. I mean, really refusing to give up that mat time. Kept those hips clear any way possible. And here just stalking, he was sending the lead hook, he was looking for the duck into the lead hook as well.
And that was that uppercut I was talking about. After that first shot that Siddeek had taken when he got in on that single, you started to see Pollet throwing that uppercut every opportunity he had as he was coming in, kind of anticipating that Siddeek was going to take a shot.
Yeah, and then after that, he kind of level changed and threw the right to the body and then brought the left hook, so setting that up now as well, using that right hand to hide the uppercut with the level change. Here we go, though, third and final round here, third fight of the night at FSC32. We've got Pollet pushing forward. Siddeek maybe needs to make a miracle happen here, get a finish, we'll have to see.
Siddeek's out there pawing out that lead jab, more for gauging distance, not really to land.
And he's not really firing the backhand either. Oi, right hand over the top of the jab. Lovely counter from Pollet, and took his whole body forward as he threw that. There's a calf kick. echoing around. Teep behind it, front kick to the face this time. Siddeek trying to grab the ankle, chasing into a takedown, but unable to.
And now Pollet's starting to get into that rhythm. Siddeek's got to look to change up Pollet's rhythm, because he's that stalking that's coming in, he's now getting closer and closer where Siddeek's not on the end of his punches anymore.
He's trying to sort of fade back just out of the space that Siddeek takes with the boxing, and then counter over the top as Pollet comes back with a right left hook, landed in the level left hook, again countering off the jab. Lots of counter work off that jab, and that seems to be the only shot that Siddeek is throwing out there consistently at that point, and Pollet's finding the timing on it.
Yeah, and that was what I was talking about with that range and that distance.
Uppercut again and again, he looked for it, Nick, unable to time it there. On the back of the knee for the single, if he can pull the leg between his own, maybe he can complete, Nick.
I mean, this will be tough. Deep wizard, but again, Pollet's smart, gets right back to the cage, starts to control that head, looks for that crossface. Pollet looking going far side with that ankle, looking to try to wrap those legs up, but Pollet takes a deep breath, looks at his corner tells him, get up.
Again, trying to frame with one hand, can't find the back of the head, but still overhooking, trying to drive the posture down as best he can. Good work here from Siddeek, though, to wrap the back of the body and then hang on that leg.
Yeah, and with a minute, this is the most kind of damage that he's been able to give throughout this entire fight.
Definitely, you're right about this, and I'm sure this is a position he wanted from the get-go, but was unable to find. 60 seconds left to make it work. Possibility, I suppose, of finding a sub from here, but I don't know. And Siddeek, perhaps down 2 rounds, we don't know. Regardless, Pollet's defense against the cage on takedown defense once again being tested in this fight, going 2-on-1, trying to strip that body lock grip and trip over the top, but the body lock's still on.
And he was going to try to hip toss him and then control. He's got to reach up and grab the far side, either hip or shoulder when he does that.
Still got this body lock. Pollet's been unable to break it really since the start of this round. All Siddeek. Corner calling for the double as he still tries to chase the single and really wrap and chase around. Pollet's might end up on top. One last mad scramble as the 10-second clapper goes off, and Solomon dropping some right hands as they will wrestle this one to the final bell. Another 9 minutes clocked in for Pollet in a close fight in that final round, but I don't know. I'm not a judge here, Nick.
No, I don't get paid to do 10s and 9s and 8s and everything else.
There we go.
Every time I seem to do that, people ask me if I'm crazy or what fight I was watching. So I just sit here and talk about it.
Maybe we're a little crazy anyway, you know. Certainly both men putting it all on the line there. It's going to be tough for the judges to decide on this one, I think, but Pollet perhaps more active earlier on, doing a lot of work in the first 2 rounds with the pressure, keeping the pace on him, kept his man backing up against the fence, didn't let him set up perhaps the timing for the takedowns that he needed, or at least give him enough space to run him back across to the fence where it looked like he wanted him.
Yeah, the big thing was Pollet did a good job of adjusting halfway through that fight, started looking for that uppercut. Siddeek was able to sneak in that final shot to get the takedown towards the last minute or so of that 3rd round. Pollet did look more mature as a young fighter, so that's always a positive to see as you see young fighters kind of grow along their amateur careers throughout MMA. But let's make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 terrific rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges see the contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Solomon Pollet.